What would you do if every human vanished but you? Print out the entirety of Wikipedia for reference. Search random houses and find and uncover cool poop secrets about people. I just want to see how people live and also their houses. Probably would find some useful things to survive too. I was a housekeeper and I am positive you really do not want to see how other people live. I don't know. I've played Fallout before. I kinda do. Go onto YouTube and comment last on videos. Everybody gangster until you get a like. Fucking panic would probably be my reaction. I mean, where did they all go? Maybe the world was bound to end. You were left behind. Go back to sleep. They can fire me now, or come to collect rent, or serve any more subpoenas, or pay my taxes. I would hide from the thing that took them. Yup. That would be my biggest concern. Why I'm the only one left? Am I being watched? What if one night I hear someone suddenly talking, but immediately disappear the next morning? That thought alone could keep me anxious the whole time. Better find something new to eat. If everyone is gone, it would only be a matter of time before appliances and electricity would stop working. Who's gonna look at my food selfies if there is no one left? After you take over all the famous art museums and replace all the art with your food selfies. Are they gone? Or am I the only one left visible? Because if that was the case, I'd become paranoid as duck. Duck around and find out. Grabs paint. Just what I wanted. Silence and peace. And then the screamers come. Screamers. Only the humans disappeared. It is just a matter of time before they take back the earth. Get free food. Until it all goes moldy. Canned food. There will be practically infinite supplies lying around. They will become less palatable. But most of them will easily last until you die. You could also just waltz into your nearest military base and loot their MRE reserves. Just beware of the constipation it may cause if you only eat the dedicated MRE food. Not the ones just procured from the market and packaged into green bags. Go to the library and break my glasses. Wait. My eyesight isn't that bad. I can still read the large print books. Eyes fall out. At least I can still read Braille. Go check out Area 51 and see if there is really anything interesting in there. They said if every human vanished, so watch out. Oh poops poopy. Spoopy indeed. Spoopy indeed. Download as much information as I could think of off the web before the internet power grid stopped working. And fill up a bunch of gas cans for my new truck I am going to pick out. Then I did load up on how to put in solar panels and batteries on my house and tried to set up an off-grid system. It's basically what I want to do to get away from all the other humans right now anyway. But without having to live 50 miles outside of town. Declare myself supreme overlord of the world. And then what? You're a overlord of nothing and the whole world is so vast you'll probably never get to see your whole kingdom. Eddie, you guys are right. He would have animals. Rule nature with an iron fist. Run butt naked in the middle of the street. Why even put on clothes? I live in the UK. I am still wearing clothes outside as it is often cold and rainy. Let the cold winds invigorate you. Are the dead bodies gone too? Hope not. Canned food would get boring quick. Fleshlights would also get boring. May as well dabble in some necro poop. This comment seems pretty serious. Like, you've thought about it and decided that you'd go there. Hilarious. Guess I got a poop ton of dogs to take care of now. If every human disappears, I will just be killed by someone's savage pet. Or my neighbors. Hold up. Every other human disappeared, so what exactly are your neighbors? Find a vantage point as high up in a city as possible. And just live there and slowly watch trees and plants and animals and just nature take over everything we build. That is a lot of stairs to take. No electricity, no elevators. Good thing I've been meaning to get my cardio up. That is rule number 1. Okay, I've been thinking about this for a long time. First I did gather every solar panel I could get my hands on. Set myself up a nice power station. Second, get all propane canisters I can find. They should be good for 30 years. Third, get a nice pile of firewood. It gets cold here. Fourth, plant myself an awesome garden. In between that, I would stockpile mediation. Collect as much BAS and gas stabilizer I could find. Spend a lot of time at the library. Learn more about wood gasinators so I did have gas forever. Hunt, fish, gather, and grow. I did find some cows, pigs, chickens, dogs. It sounds more like heaven. Use whatever car I found. For a couple years at least. Collect eyeglasses so I did have options as my eyes deteriorated. Read everything. Then trip and fall and have to wait and either on the ground in 3 days. Now. Would fertility centers still be available? Because I'd just create a family and from there repopulate Earth. As a male this would be much harder. But worth a try. It might be possible to make a human-chimpanzee hybrid. I see you're doing some serious research. Explore. People's homes. Government buildings. Areas that I would never normally have access to etc. After I tired of that and the reality of never seeing my friends and family ever again sank in, I would probably just do a ton of drugs and drink myself to death out of loneliness. I think about this sometimes. I live in Nick and it's fun to imagine what is going on in every window you see in these huge apartment buildings. I would spend so much time just snooping. I would hop into a nice car and drive around the US looking for survivors. Along the way I would paint alive in Tucson on road signs and billboards, just in case there is someone else. Then I'd drive to Tucson, find a nice mansion on a cul-de-sac, and start living. Make sure to pick one with a pool so that you can have a giant outdoor toilet. Listen to porn with the volume up, AirPlay to every device you can. I would probably eat my co-worker's breakfast sandwich. It's just sitting there. Then I did probably jerk off. Post-nut clarity is a powerful ally. I did take it in my stride. Lots of people talking about killing themselves. TBH. I did probably be quite happy. So this is what I'd do. 1. Find a gun. If at some point I'm severely injured, I did take myself out. Last resort kind of thing. But the gun will help me hunt because. 2. I did move to a rural but resource-rich area of my country and take over a house. Find some PV panels and learn how to connect the electricity. 3. Grow a poop load of cannabis, food crops and round up local livestock. 4. Chill the duck out in peace for the rest of my short existence. Search for SCP-2005. That bad boy up. Slaps hood. This bad boy can pump out to full recreation of human society. Honestly, I've dreamed about this exact scenario happening all my life. I'd probably stockpile supplies and just travel North America and siphon gas from cars to continue driving. When I decide I am done, I'll just stop eating and drinking. I know it must be so interesting and terrible that I would choose to end my life via dehydration, but please stop asking me about it. And I don't need advice. You're giving a person you don't know the mental stability of methods on how to kill herself. Masturbate in a beautiful open field. Lol. The beautiful open field caught me off guard. Imagine watching a movie and there's a scene of a beautiful field with calming music in the background as a guy slowly jacks himself off to nature. This reminded me of The Stand by Stephen King. A character mentions wanting to go jack it on home plate at Yankee Stadium once the world has started to end. Break into somebody's house and steal a PS5 because at this rate that is the only way I am getting one. It's not immoral. It's not like they were using it anymore. I did stop worrying. I don't know. I feel like I'd be more worried. Cry then get a U-Haul and go around getting everything I've ever wanted. My first priority would be setting up some large industrial freezers to run on power from diesel generators and stuff them with all the perishable food I can manage to get before it thaws. After that I would spend a good portion of my time maintaining, securing diesel, and finding spare parts for my freezer setup so it will last me a lifetime. The rest of the time I would just break in everywhere to find new toys to play with. Would probably look and take such things as DVD collections, guns, toys, gold and silver, And, well, I would just have to let time pass till I eventually die. Panic because I cannot look after all the pets and zoo animals on my own. I live close to a zoo in the UK. I think one of my initial actions would be to let all the animals out to have a fighting chance. Maybe buddy up with the elephants. Then you'll never be able to return home without the fear of bumping into a fucking tiger when you're re-raiding your local Asda for custard creams before they re out of date. Go online and ask Reddit what to do about it. Only get 6 upvotes and a wholesome award with no responses. Or go on Stack Exchange and have your question closed as duplicate. Leave some type of clues to let something know hey, we once existed. Commit suicide to finish the job. Edit okay maybe ID like jerk off in the middle of the city or some poop. You guys make some good points. Well, as long as they vanished and weren't all killed as the result of a massive war or something, I am going to assume that there is plenty of farms out there that no longer have farmers. So, I will move into one. Repurposing some solar panels or something for electricity, or just forsaking all of that since it's just me after all, and happily live out the rest of my days eating fresh food and listening to nature, without any idiots complaining about poop that is 100 inches their control. Gather up all the sex robots, wine, liquor, weed and pharmaceuticals and figure out how to get to Hawaii. This is the best one I've ever seen so far. Duck around until my electricity water shut off, then kill myself. It would be so easy to set up solar panels. Or just move into a house that already has them. If water is fed from a reservoir, it might take 100 years to stop working. Water is everywhere though. That is fair. I didn't even think of moving into someone else's house. Now that I think about it, I'd like to pack up my essentials and just drive all over the continent for a while. Then find a boat and see if I could make it across the ocean. And if I die, I die. I'd be a bit confused, cause I'm in online class right now. Vandalize, steal, and then kill myself. I would want to relieve all that pent-up stress, so I would start by breaking shop windows and then work my way up to more dangerous things like an office building or a skyscraper. And by vandalize I mean become a terrorist and see if I can find some explosive charges to try and demolish a building. I would want to get all that out before the depression of being the only one kicks in and I have the big sad, eerie, a literal Stephen King character. I approve. Trash man. I'd just go get some guns and stuff and shoot at whatever I wanted, most likely. Probably just continue to exist for a bit and see how depressing things are and if it could be a long-term option. Graffiti. A lot of graffiti. I would be doing that 24/7. This is actually my plan for Last Man on Earth, society collapse, zombie apocalypse, any other kind of apocalypse that doesn't entail the disappearance of spray paint. The very first thing I would do is enjoy the outside. Just go somewhere and then come back. Then I did kill myself. Make a giant margarita in a kiddie pool and pass out in it. Take a van to the library. Fill it with books. Move into Costco. That actually sounds amazing. Yeah, it's pretty much my go-to fantasy. Skip making my bed in the morning. I do that already lol. A one-man Lamborghini destruction derby. But my dogs are still here, right? Honestly, I would hope that my pets and everyone else's pets would also vanish because the stress of keeping them safe, healthy, and fed would kill me. And I would feel obligated to take care of any pets I find along the way, as well as all my friends and family's pets that I already know. And all the animals would never get along and try to kill each other. So if I am pregnant, the fetus inside me vanishes too. I would wait at least 2 hours to do anything. I think this is a decent amount of time to dodge planes falling from the sky and cars crashing into each other. Go to the bathroom with the door open. Off myself, my husband, my children, my family, not to mention literally society, which I depend on for survival. No food without farmers, no food without truckers, no power without electrical workers to run the stations. No water without the crew to treat it. All gone. Yep. I am not going to die slow, lonely, painful death all by myself after years of being slowly driven insane by isolation. Honestly surprised I had to scroll so far to find someone mentioning loved ones. Like if I woke up and my partner just vanished. I couldn't get in touch with my friends, my colleagues, anyone. I'd panic. Hardcore panic. And I'd be heartbroken. How can anyone survive losing everyone they love all at once, along with losing everyone else in the world? No hard pass. Oh farts. Was looking for a Last Man on Earth reference.